Here's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Go. Go.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 45-yard line.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
51, Mike 51. Time to go, night.
Play action. It's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this is Cook with a grab. That catch good for only a couple.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
20, 10, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big gain that time for the Chargers. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached to get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
At the Titans' 13-yard line.
Right there. 54.
Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Titans nothing. Joey Sly is set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Wilson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Forced out to his left. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play that time for the Titans.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. Flush to his right. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for...
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The 11-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. And it's caught. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the 1st down. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They snap it to Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now Wilson down around his goal line. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. 5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They're going to try and throw. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
At the 47-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Herbert off of play action. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big game that time for the Chargers.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. And that'll set them back 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. Herbert now. Dancing to his left. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. That catch good for only a couple. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Herbert throwing again. He's got his man. This is Tate. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now it's Herbert. He's got Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Herbert just beat the play clock. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. Middle of the field to Jefferson. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. This will go to Henry out wide. Power gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds been able to get it up past the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
On first down, Wilson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
To throw again is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the 3rd quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for the Charger touchdown. Jared Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
On 2nd and very short, Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is off the left upright, but he banks it through. How about that one?
21, Titans 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That throw into the arms of Allen. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Yo. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Here's Herbert. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Going reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Can't go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Kenneth Murray
gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Wilson. Man open, here is Jones.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield for Jones. Touchdown! That's caught. Julio Jones with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Play after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Flushed out right. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
First and 10 at the
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they can't bring him down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Herbert now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Van Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Sly on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Pass caught by Crowder.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Wilson. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. Man open, here is Crowder. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Cook.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers.